Ho, 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 and all of that. I hope your 2024 has been as amazing as ours has been. And before I forget, we're going to be issuing those 1099s about the 25th of January of 2025. And at that time, we'll also explain to you exactly what's in that 1099, how you got that number, and all those expenses so you can hand those off to your bookkeeper. Uh, so the details are forthcoming for all you Scrooges out there that want to make sure that you're getting every penny you deserve. One of the things that I did this year is I looked back at the Redfin reports in 2023, and they're pretty darn accurate. So I thought I would kind of cover their top 10 predictions for 2025, and I'm not going to go over all 10 of them. The details of all the 10 are in the description below, and so you can go in the depth on those. I'm just going to cover the top 5 of those predictions because I thought they were pretty informative. One of the predictions that Redfin has is home prices will increase by 4% in 2025. Now, again, this Redfin report is a nationwide report, and I don't think it really holds true for Las Vegas for a couple of reasons. Number one is the prices of the inventory right now are really out of the reach of most local folks that live in Las Vegas. And the second reason is the inventory that's available now. It doesn't cash flow very well for investors. So a lot of investors have stopped looking. Now, I do have a lot of colleagues that still look for opportunities in Las Vegas. And of course, I do too, for me and my investors. But in reality, there's just really nothing to be had. And so I predict that in 2025 that the prices in Las Vegas will remain the same. I don't think there's going to be anything interesting happening um, in 2025 in terms of prices of houses. The other prediction that Redfin has is mortgage rates will hover around 7%. Now, this kind of supports my belief as well. I mean, we printed a gazillion dollars during the pandemic, and we're going to have to deal with this hangover for years to come. I mean, you're going to drink gallons of champagne, you can expect that you're going to be hung over the next day. And so I predict that interest rates will remain close to 7% as well. And even if they did decline a little bit, which all the real estate agents in Las Vegas are hoping, it's not going to be a sufficient amount of juice to justify buying a brand new home. 2025 is going to be a renter's market. I look back at Redfin's predictions for 2024 and they were dead on.
According to apartments.com, rent prices in November fell by 0.8%, and it marked the fourth consecutive month of slight declines. That said, average rents are now back to where they were a year ago. We could see rent prices around the valley start coming down as more apartment buildings come online.
There's just a tremendous amount of inventory available. So we've had to lower the prices of our properties to get tenants in them because the math doesn't support having a vacant property for more than a couple of months. So if you happen to have a vacant property, please pay attention to your property manager. We're doing everything we can to make you the most money for your property. Now, on a side note, in a rabbit hole we're going to go down real quickly, the Democratic legislature has dug up an evil bill that would put rent controls on properties in Clark County. The last time this zombie came out of the woodwork, Governor Lombardo was able to kill it and knock it down. But it's not completely dead yet. They're re-resurrecting that bill. If you can take action, it would be appreciated. In fact, if we don't get rid of these zombies, we're all going to suffer. So I put a call to action in the description below on how you can reach out to your legislature or legislative representative and tell them why rent control doesn't help anyone. Another prediction that Redfin came up with is a decrease in the cost of transactions for wealthy sellers. Now, we all know that some clever attorneys came out of nowhere and gouged the National Association of Realtors, and they've really required a huge difference in the way we do business in terms of advertising and transactions for real estate. So it's really made it confusing for both buyers and sellers. And ultimately, even though some wealthy sellers may be paying less in commissions, they will probably lose out in time and opportunity. Owners who dig their heels in the sand and insist on lower commissions are going to have vacant properties longer, and those properties are also going to be prone to vandalism. In summary, if you have a property that you're considering selling, please reach out to us. We will try to navigate through all these confusing waters to get the most out of your property. A lot of franchises are going to fade away into the sunset because there's not enough agents to support them. You see, because there's less inventory available for transactions, a lot of agents are starving to death and will not be renewing their licenses. So we're going to see a huge decrease in the number of agents running around in Las Vegas, and mostly the amateurs, which is fine with us. So a lot of the franchises are going to fold up shop because of that. Now, we're somewhat immune to all that drama simply because we have very little overhead. We own our own building. We don't have anything fancy going on in the lobby. All of our agents are lean. Most of our income is derived from property management and taking care of our investors like you. So you're going to see us here for years to come. We have a succession plan in order, so we're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. We're lean and mean, and we're going to be taking care of you in 2025. See you next year.